Hi, my name's Travis Swartz and we are behind the scenes at Nobody Cares. You know, we've been putting out these videos for the past couple of weeks and we're getting great feedback. Travis, you're hilarious. Travis, you're extremely attractive. Would you please take your shirt off again? I laughed so hard I wet my pants, I wet my bed. Actually, I had to get a new mattress. Another comment that we're getting a lot is, what is the movie about? Because it isn't these behind-the-scenes videos. That's not the movie. So I thought today that I would tell you, the viewer, the fan, the crowd member, the backer, what the story of Nobody Cares is. And I'm going to start with the characters, and I thought I would have sort of a visual aid. Am I getting glare? This is Bob, our main character. And Bob is sort of a sad, look at Bob. Bob's very sad, sort of a sad sack character. And right here next to Bob, we've got a pile of shit right here, right? And over here, we've got like a mountain of shit. And Bob's position in life, his job, is to shovel shit from little piles, right? Into, am I getting glare there? Okay, can you see that? Okay, his job is to shovel this shit onto this bigger pile of shit. And that's what Bob does for a living. We don't explain why he does that, but that's his job. I'm gonna erase that. This right here, next to Bob, you see that, is Marnie. And Marnie is, we'll give her sort of a permanent, even though she doesn't have a perm. Marnie is a total bitch. Not trying to be mean here, just making an observation that Bob's wife is a total bitch. She doesn't love Bob. She married Bob because she thought that Bob was rich, because his name is Rockefeller. It's Bob Rockefeller, and so you can understand her mistake in thinking, but he's not one of those Rockefellers. And then over here and here, this is Bob's, can you see that? This is Bob's parents. This is Dick, and this is Carol, and they also don't love Bob. They never wanted children. They had, I guess, sexual intercourse without, you know, being careful. And that really brings us to what is the story of Nobody Cares right here. So I'm going to erase this. The story, I shouldn't have erased Bob. So this is still Bob here. It's still sad. Nobody Cares is the story of Bob Rockefeller, a sad sack of a human being who has never been loved by anyone in his entire life. In the early goings of the film, Bob finds out that he has 8.5 days to live. And it may not sound funny that this guy who's had a really shitty life has just discovered that he only has 8.5 days to live. But you got to think about it this way. If somebody like me, attractive, successful, or Oprah, if Oprah were to find out that she was going to die, or another example of somebody who's got everything, Leif Garrett, somebody like Leif Garrett finds out that, or the guy that played the Fonz, people like that. I mean, if people like that found out that they were going to die, if I found out I was going to die, sad news, right? Because what a great life. Bob, on the other hand, hasn't had that same experience with life, so maybe finding out that he only has 8.5 days to live is the best news that Bob has ever got, because now Bob has 8.5 days to make up for 42 years of shoveling shit, of 42 years of not being loved by anyone. He now knows that he has 8.5 days to see if somebody can love him, to see if life can be good, and that's really the story. You follow him along and you see what he does with his final 8.5 days, and it's funny, and it's something that you will be able to identify with, and it's a great story. And if you're interested in helping, I would invite you to go to the website, nobodycaresmovie.com, hit the donate button. Hate to have to bring money into the equation, but in order for us to see this, and it's not an animation, so I mean it's real people, to see the movie Nobody Cares, you know, I'm going to admit it, we need your help. So go to the website, hit the donate button, and here in a few months we will all gather in a theater. We'll dim the lights, we'll show the film. We'll all cheer together and we'll hold hands. There will probably be a sing-along at the end. And we will all laugh until we wet our pants, at which point we will probably be monetarily obligated to pay the theater to replace those seats.